One thing worth noting with regard to the sets of 1 and 6 is you want to make sure that every single set of 1 and every single set of 6, you try to go up a little bit in weight. Let's say hypothetically you are doing... Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys an exercise routine to help you lose fat, build muscle, and increase strength, and it's going to be the 1-6 method. The 1-6 method is another method that I learned from Chares Poliquin back in 2011-2012, and I used it in 2014 to hit what at the time were PRs on my squat, bench press, deadlift, and chin-ups. And before we get on with the actual routine, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, you need to make sure that your diet's on point. You can't expect optimal results with a suboptimal diet. And the second thing worth noting is, if you would like to maximize strength and hypertrophy gains, you need to make sure that you're implementing progressive overload, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. But first, real quick, like the video and comment down in the comment section, as it would really help me out and help out with the algorithm. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the content. And now we're going to get into the breakdown of the routine. This is going to be the lower body portion of the 1-6 method workout. We ended up doing the upper body last week. If you ended up missing that, I'm going to include a link right up over here. But for the lower body portion, you are going to do this anywhere from 2 to 3 days a week. If you are a beginner, then 2 might be more preferable. If you're more advanced or an intermediate, 3 you can get away with. But if you're doing it 2 days a week, you would want to alternate it with the upper body workout, and you would do something like a Monday, Tuesday, take a rest on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take a couple rest days, and then repeat that the following week. If you're going to be doing it 3 days a week, then what you could do is something like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upper body, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday lower body. And then in terms of the actual breakdown for the routine, this is going to be comprised of 3 separate parts. You're going to pick 2 primary lifts, 2 secondary lifts, and 2 accessory lifts. With regard to your primary lifts, you want to pick 1 squat pattern and 1 hip hinging or bending pattern. Hip hinging, it's anything that involves hinging of the hips. So things like your deadlifts, your good mornings, your kettlebell swings, one of those types of exercises. And then in terms of the actual exercises themselves, for your primary lifts, these are going to be done as straight sets. So let's say you do a barbell back squat as your primary lift number 1, and you do a deadlift, conventional deadlift, as your primary exercise number 2. You would finish all of your squats before moving on to the sets of the deadlift. In terms of the actual sets, you're going to be performing 6 sets of 1 and 6 repetitions. You're going to alternate between 1 and 6, and you're going to use 183% of your 1 repetition maximum for each of those. So you're going for a 1 rep max, and then whatever that weight is, you're using 83% of that weight for the set of 6, roughly. Then you're going to follow a 5-0-1-0 tempo. If you're doing a squat, that's 5 seconds squatting down to the ground and then coming up for 1. If you're doing something like a deadlift, you're going to lower the weight to the ground for 5 seconds and then come up for 1. And then you're going to rest for 180 seconds in between each set. If you follow along exactly as I've laid it out for you, it's going to take you exactly 37 minutes and 12 seconds to complete this workout. And this right over here is going to be, again, it's going to be performed as a straight set. And one thing worth noting with regard to the sets of 1 and 6 is you want to make sure that every single set of 1 and every single set of 6, you try to go up a little bit in weight. Let's say hypothetically you are doing a 100-pound squat and a 100-pound deadlift for your set of 1. Well, for your set of 6, you would use 83% of that weight, so roughly 85 pounds if you're not too concerned with being exact. So let's say you do your set of 1 with 100 pounds, your set of 6 with 85 pounds. For your second set of 1, you would want to go up a little bit. So instead of 100, try and do something like 102.5 or 105. For your second set of 6, instead of 85, try and do something like 90 or 95. Then, for your third set of 1 and 6, once again, you're going to go up. So if you decided to do 105 pounds for your second set of 1, try and go for 107.5 or 110 for your third set of 1. And same thing with the set of 6. If you ended up doing 90 or 95, try doing 95 or 100 for your third set of 6. But that's it for the primary lifts. Then, with your secondary lifts, you're going to pick 2 more compound exercises. You are going to pick 1 lunging pattern and 1 twisting pattern. With regard to the lunge and twist, these are going to be performed as a superset. So you're going to do your lunging pattern first, take a break, do your twisting pattern, take a break, and you're going to do 4 sets of 8. So you're doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions using 78% of your 1 repetition maximum and following a 4-0-1-0 tempo. So if you're doing something like a forward lunge, you're going to lunge forward for 4 seconds and come back for 1. If you are doing something like a cable wood chop, you are going to release the weight for 4 seconds and then pull across for 1 second, and then you're going to rest for 120 seconds in between each set. And if you follow along exactly as I've laid it out, the secondary lifts are going to take you exactly 19 minutes and 20 seconds to complete. And then if you still have a little bit more time and you still want to get some more work in, then you're going to pick 2 more exercises, and these are going to be your accessory lifts. With regard to your accessory lifts, you want to pick exercises that are going to help complement your primary and secondary lifts. So these are going to be isolation exercises and movement patterns where you're typically very, very weak. For the average person, they're going to be really weak with their abductors, their adductors, their lower abdominals, their hamstrings, their glutes. So I would recommend picking 2 exercises from one of those areas that I just suggested and then performing those exercises. In terms of your accessory exercises, you're going to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions using 75% of your 1 repetition maximum and a 4-0-2-0 tempo. So let's say you're doing a supine hip extension to target the glutes. You're going to lower your butt down to the ground for 4 seconds and then lift up for 2 seconds. If you're doing something like a side-lying abduction to target your glute medius, you're going to lower your foot down to the ground for 4 seconds and then lift up for 1 to 2 seconds. Then you're going to rest for 60 seconds in between each set. And again, these are going to be supersetted. Then, if you follow along exactly as I've laid it out, this part of the workout is going to take you exactly 11 minutes to complete. But that's pretty much it for the actual workout itself. And then for those of you who prefer to do full body as opposed to doing an upper and lower split, next Friday at 2 o'clock p.m., I'm going to be uploading a full body routine. So be out on the lookout for that next Friday at 2 o'clock p.m. But if you guys have any questions at all with regard to anything that I outlined today, go ahead and ask your questions down in the comment section so I can help you guys out. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to keep making these types of videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as I'm going to be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.